All right, guys, welcome to the party. How's everybody doing?
Oh, good. Outstanding. Let's go.
There you go. That's what I need. Give me some positive vibes. One more time. That was good practice. Hit me one more time.
We're doing good. We're doing powerful. We're doing super. Let's go. Let's
go. That's better. All right, guys. Well, listen, it's amazing. You snap your fingers at the beginning of the month. Now you snap your fingers at the middle of the month. It's amazing how fast time goes, the weeks and whatnot. Alcy posted today on the Telegram group, what do we got, 72 days to extravaganza? Was it 72 or 71? Can y'all remember?
72.
72 days. So that's, geez, how much is that? That's 2 months and about 2 months and 10 days. 2 months and 10 days, essentially, to extravaganza. So, so a couple things on that. Congratulations, guys. Great job on getting your guys with their tickets so they can get on that group. Very important. Couple things that you want to do, something that I'm sure that you're already doing, especially for new people that are in the business. You know, once they get the Telegram app, great. Once they're in the group, great. But then the next thing is, right, the app is on your phone, then you got to actually go check it, right? You get the little Telegram notifications on there, and you actually got to go check it to see if there's any messages and stuff like that in the feed for that day. So make sure that you're, you know, messaging your people, texting them, calling them, make sure they're clear when they get their Telegram app and when they become part of that group to check the group, right? Because the group, there's several intentions to the group. Of course, that's an elite group of people that are committed to going to the extravaganza. So you never know when we're going to be dropping nuggets on them, right? Alcy's, and by the way, hats off to Alcy, who's taken the initiative, and he's been dropping nuggets every single day, dropping nuggets every day. And of course, we got new people coming on. And even though some of the new people might be silent because they might be shy, see, some people are silent in the beginning because they don't know their place yet. You guys got me? I mean, like even on the Prez Team chat, right? With the company, there's the President's Team chat, and I'm silent on there. But I read everything, but I'm silent because I don't want to type something wrong. I don't want to say something wrong. You guys follow me? So even your new people, they'll be reading the feed, but they might be silent, okay? Or they might not be reading it at all. They got the Telegram app, they're in the group, but they ain't checking it, and they didn't see nothing for 5 days, right? You guys follow what I'm talking about? So that doesn't help you, and that doesn't help them if they're not, you know, following the vibe of what's going on inside that group. You guys follow me? If you follow me, nod your head so I know what's going on with y'all. Okay? So very important. So let's go through it again. I want y'all to get this down in your notes. Extravaganza ticket. Become part of the Telegram group. And by the way, for some people, they never even heard of Telegram before. They think a Telegram is from, you know, back when you had a horse and buggy. So Telegram, explain what the Telegram is, comes to your phone, blah, blah, blah. And then the little message thing lights up whenever there's messages. I mean, you got to be, hold on, let me mute a couple of you guys. You got to be really basic with your people, like fundamental, to make sure that they got this stuff. You can't just assume that everybody understands how to check Telegram, even though it's pretty easy to check, right? You can't just assume that it's that easy that they know how to do it, right? You guys follow that? Be very basic with your people. Don't assume that your people know how to check it and know that they should be checking it and know that they should be reading it and know that they should be posting anything if it's, you know, worth posting. Have conversations with your people and let them know the design, the intention of the group, and to stay plugged into it, et cetera, et cetera. Because over the next 72 days, that thing is going to be fireworks. You guys follow what I'm saying? And we're the ones that create the fireworks, and they're going to follow our lead. Okay. So again, don't assume that they know it. Y'all know what assume. When you assume, that makes an ass out of you and me. That's what assume is. So don't never assume anything. Be basic with everybody and ask them, tell them, here's how it works. Do you understand what I'm saying? Get confirmation that they understand you. You guys clear? Everybody clear? Nod your head. Okay? That's why I always ask people, just like y'all, are you clear? Nod your head. Nod your head if you're clear. Okay? So it's the same with them if you're talking to them on the phone. Are you clear? Let me know that you're clear. All right? So it's May 16th, and we've got 15 days, including today, to close out the month. So about another 5 days, and we're going to be coming into the 2-minute warning again, which is the last 10 days of the month. We've got a lot of great momentum going on. Volumes are looking good from last month. And what's the play? Every single month, what's the play? Here's the play. You got to do better this month than you did last month. Because like Jim Rohn says, we got to get a little bit better today than we were yesterday, a little bit better this week than we were last week, and a little bit better this month than we were last month. So the game is always to get better. And you guys keep this in mind. The measuring stick is the volume points. The measuring stick is your check or your income. Is it advancing? Advancing versus declining. It needs to advance. I don't care. Well, I do care, but for the concept that I'm trying to communicate to you guys, it does not matter if it goes up like 2x, 3x, 4x exponentially next month. But the main thing to start training yourself on is to increase it and to outdo last month. Because if you work that mental muscle to outdo last month every single month, then that will compound over time, and then you'll start seeing big jumps in your income. Then you'll start seeing it 2x and 3x and 4x. That's what happened to me and Monica when we were on Millionaire Team, and then we had never made $10,000 a month before. And that was a big goal of mine, to get to $10,000 in 1 month. We were around 7,000, 8,000, 6,000. It would teeter, 6, 7, 8, whatever. And then we really got on a obsessed mission, a mission state mentality. You guys get that verbiage down. Mission state mentality. And we really got on this thing about getting to 10 grand a month in income. Royalty, bonus, retail, wholesale, whatever, total income. Okay. And when we finally did it, it didn't take that long, by the way. Once we made our decision, it probably took us every bit of 2 months, because we already had a good base, foundation. We weren't starting from scratch. We already had an organization, but we just made that decision. And from that point on, it probably took us a couple of months. Okay. Maybe 6 weeks. I don't know. But once we hit that 10,000, it was like a major life-changing deal for us in terms of hitting a bar. Because, and I'm going to tell y'all, by the way, something. It was either 1998 or 1999. We qualified Pres Team in the last 3 months of 1999. But it might have been 1998. I can't remember. But it was somewhere in there. But I'll tell you this. We hit that 10,000, and we had never made 10,000 before. And guess what? Since then, we've never made under 10,000. Isn't that interesting? I'll give y'all a minute. I'll give y'all a minute to all go, yeah, that's interesting.
Most definitely.
I mean, for real, isn't that interesting? Once you make that decision, once you create that momentum and that foundation, once you set a standard and kind of set the bar, this is important for y'all. I'm going to go slow on this because I want y'all to get this down. And for some of y'all that are traveling and whatever, and I see Brandon or whatever, y'all go back and listen to this first 10 or 15 minutes so you can get it in your notes. You don't have to worry about trying to get it in your notes right now. Just really pay attention. You know what I mean? But I want y'all to understand, when you set a bar, it's a standard, it's a precedent that you become accustomed to, right? Then guess what? There's no going back. It's kind of like when you qualify for VIP, qualify for sitting up at the tables, qualifying for vacations, qualifying for Pres Team experience, getting to a certain level of income. Once you taste it, once you mentally make that decision and set that bar, and then of course do the work, do the dirty work. Mark Hughes used to say that. You do the dirty work. And by the way, here I'm going to share the good news with you. You don't have to do the dirty work forever. Do the dirty work for a condensed, focused, intense period of time. Intense, focused, and condensed period of time, right? Like really intense. And if you do that, then you can get to those levels of income. You can get to those positions in the marketing plan, and then you'll never, ever have to be where you're at right now again. I'm going to take a pause because I want y'all to get that. You guys understand that?
Yes.
I saw something. It was pretty interesting. I saw something for a post from Celeste Richmond the other day. And her post said something like, everything that she used to pray for and dream about, she now has. Do you guys understand that? So all the things that she used to like dream about and pray about and wish for and whatever, she's now accomplished it.
Yeah.
Right? Of course, there's always new goals. Once you reach a goal, then it's like, okay, what's next? What's next? And of course, you know, Herbalife's always great because there's always something next. But for whatever your goals are, financially, personally, position, you know, sometimes it's not even about the money. It's about the position, becoming obsessed with being a global expansion team member, right? Yeah. Becoming obsessed with becoming a global expansion team 2500, because now you know it's really solid and you're getting that fat bonus with it, right? And now you got some breathing room.
Yeah.
How many of y'all would like some breathing room?
Please.
You know, of course. So Get Team 2500 is you got a little breathing room now, but not too much breathing room, because if you go on vacation for 3 months, guess what? Some of your people need you. They need you there. You know, you're the glue that keeps things together sometimes until they can stand on their own. You guys follow me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So anyway, when you set that bar, guys, $10,000 a month bar, $5,000 a month bar, $3,000 a month bar, set that bar of a position that you want. You become obsessed with it. You have a mission statement mentality about it for a condensed, intense, focused period of time. And you put your foot on the gas and you don't let up. You guys understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that if I could really sum this up, if you could bottle this up, right, and consume it and metabolize it like you consume and metabolize your shake, I think that if all of y'all took on this philosophy, if all of y'all took on this and had it inside of your DNA for the next 72 days to the extravaganza, as we march down to the road to the extravaganza 2018, your life will never be the same.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, this is something I need y'all to really metabolize. And I need y'all to really get this. The person you are fixing to sign up tonight, tomorrow, or next week is going to come to the Houston Extravaganza. They don't know it right now, but they're coming to the Houston Extravaganza. And in 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 years, doesn't matter. Or it could be sooner if they're smarter than me and you, right? And if they're a hard worker and passionate, they're going to be your president's team member. I want to let that resonate for a minute. You guys understand the importance of the next 72 days, okay? The person that you're going to sign up tonight, tomorrow, next week, or next month, or even a week before the event, might not even met them yet, or they might be your cousin. They're going to be your president's team member. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. If you have a mission state mentality and you sell yourself on that idea and you believe in that vision, where do you think you're headed? I'm going to tell you where you're headed. You're headed to the promised land. This is where you're headed. Not if you understand what I'm saying.
Yep.
Give me some. You
Yes.
understand? That's how important the next 72 days is, guys. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. When I signed up Bob Gray 4 weeks before, I think he signed up on June 11th, and the extravaganza was like July 7th or something. So it was a little less than a month. He didn't know he was going to extravaganza. I mean, in May, I never met him. May of 1999, I had not met Bob Gray yet. June, he got a decision package. That's how we used to do it back then. It's like a HOM. We used to send it. And then we met over the phone. And then I told him, based on what you shared with me, it was on a Wednesday. I remember it was a Wednesday because it was 3 days before our STS. I said, Bob, thanks for sharing all that stuff with me. Based on everything that you shared with me, here's what I suggest we do. Exact words. Here's what I suggest we do. We need to do whatever we need to do to get you to this training this Saturday. Not only that you're going to get the training, knowledge, and education, you understand everything about the business, but also I'll be able to look you in the eye, you'll be able to look me in the eye, you'll know who you're working with, and I cannot tell you how far that's going to go in our working relationship. Exact words, man. Go back and listen to what I just said and write all that down. Okay? Now, by the way, I didn't have that on a script, but I recommend that you put that on a script until you get it. Because I had been around long enough where that stuff came naturally for me. Talking from the heart. If you're too new and if you get a little bit nervous talking to people, then you need a script so you can say it. And then practice it. Like practice with your dog, practice with your mom, practice with your spouse, practice with whoever, right? And get that terminology down when you're talking to people, and doors will start opening up for you. You got that right language. Because Bob felt like, wow, okay. I mean, that was an offer he couldn't refuse. And he had to pull some strings to get there. He worked like second shift, stayed up all night, took a plane. He lived out in the middle of nowhere, had to go to Shreveport, take a plane to Dallas at like 5 something in the morning. I met him early before the STS started. Eyes were all bloodshot. But guess what? Guess what if he didn't come to that STS? Because that extravaganza, you had to be a supervisor. You had to be a supervisor. 4 weeks. What are the chances that he would have come to the extravaganza if he didn't come to that STS? What are the chances? I don't know what they are, but they would not be in our favor of him coming to the extravaganza. I would have had to do some fast talking and put on my best pitching shoes to convince him to come to Orlando. Because of course his family wanted to go too, so that means more money for flights and Disney World and everything else, because that's where they went. You know? And I got pictures of Bob Gray watching Mark Hughes in his chair way back on the floor, you know, his very first event. Now, what are the chances that if he didn't go to the extravaganza, that he would have become a president's team member 4 years later? What are the chances? Slim to none. Chances are definitely not in his favor or not in my favor. You guys understand that? So how many times do you think history has repeated itself in somebody's organization since 1999 in Herbalife? Think about that for a minute. Are y'all with me? Is everybody with me?
No doubt.
Okay, good. I need a little feedback. Okay, I want to make sure y'all with me. Think about that for a minute. How many times has somebody gone to the extravaganza, and because of the extravaganza, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years later, they're a president's team member? You guys understand that? So I just really want to relay the importance in the next 72 days of you guys, and get it in your notes, being a pillar of strength for your people. A pillar of strength, a pillar of knowledge, a pillar of wisdom, a pillar of vision, a pillar of hope, a pillar of inspiration, a pillar of love and understanding. Right? You guys got that? Start understanding some of your people, because everybody's different. Everybody's got different personalities. Everybody's got things that turn them on and turn them off, right? So you start to understand different personalities, what pushes their buttons or in a good way and what pushes their buttons in a bad way. And you can start learning how to navigate, how to work with them in your relationship over the next 72 days to increase your odds of getting these people to the extravaganza. See, the next 72 days, you're not going to be begging people to come to the extravaganza with you. I didn't beg Bob. I'm not going to beg anybody the next 72 days. But what I am going to do is I'm going to articulate my language with people, and I'm going to do my best to get them wanting to do what I want them to do. That's the art of communication. That's the art of persuasion. Because really, you're persuading them to do something that's in their best interest, right? If somebody tells you, it's the same with weight loss, it's the same with business. But if somebody tells you, I want to make, boy, if I get out of my career level job, I want to make $7,000 a month in the next year, 2 years, so I can, work this business full time, and I hate my job and all this other stuff. But in the same sentence, they say that they don't think it's important that they go to the extravaganza, then guess what? That the commitment doesn't match the expectation. You're saying you expect to make $7,000 a month, but you don't think the most important event of the year is important for you and your business. Well, that's when you have to be the pillar of strength, wisdom, knowledge, inspiration, and all that stuff, and get them understanding differently and communicate it articulately where you don't make them wrong, but you're like, I understand how you feel. It's the feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel, because you do understand how they feel, because they don't know anything yet. They're babies. They're babies. So you got to just listen. I understand how you feel. I've seen people, or I've heard of people, or maybe you felt the same way. And here's what I found. Feel, felt, found. And then you get into the thing. Listen, you want to make $7,000 a month. You want to get out of your job. This is how you do it. Training, knowledge, education, wisdom, vision, clarity, certainty about the company, and be bold enough to say, why would you not? First of all, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month is a pretty respectable income out there in the corporate world. What would most people do at a job with a company to be earning $7,000 a month? That's $84,000 a year for those that don't have your calculators. So if you're earning $7,000 a month at a corporate company, and the corporate company says they're going to hire you, and you're going to be making that money, $7,000 a month, and this is going to be your title, and this is going to be your role and your responsibility, but we need to, we got a company training that we need to fly you into, or that you need to fly into. And by the way, you have to pay for it. What if that company said that, and that was contingent on you getting that job? What would you say to them? Would you say, Well, I don't think that's that important. I don't think it's that necessary. Can I just bypass that training stuff and can I just learn from you? Can I just show up to the office and I know it might take longer, but can I just learn it, you know, a different way? Can somebody just tutor me or something? You guys see what I'm saying? You can, if you have a person that's like has the baby mindset, just for illustration, don't say that to their, because they might take that wrong, but I'm just letting y'all know, because they don't know anything yet. You got to be able to share some analogies with them to get them understanding a different way where it makes sense. There is no way on earth that if you share that type of analogy with someone that they can deny you. They wouldn't say, well, I still get the job anyway. Well, that's pretty arrogant. No, you're not. Companies don't work that way. Well, when you're in business for yourself, listen, okay? I would tell them, this is a serious business. I mean, don't be tripping and thinking that just because we're looking like we're having all this fun with our Mitmass Mondays and our Mr. Sexy Shakes and all this other stuff during the day, don't think that we ain't serious either. It's a very serious business. This is a business of changing lives with people's health, changing lives with people's wealth. I mean, we've got Jorge in Disney that started 6 years ago. She worked at Hooters. He was a bartender. Immigrants from Cuba. In 6 years, they're now the top President's team members in the world. They just got 100K royalties. And this is their third month of their fifth diamond, which means chairman's. And they're over in Los Cabos right now with all their team, doing a team retreat. Would y'all like to do team retreats? I would. You know what I'm saying? I would. Would y'all? Yeah. We can do that too. Nobody says we can't do them. But guess what? Guess what? In the next 72 days, if you guys put your foot down, thank you, Alcy, capital W-O-R-K, if you put your foot down and work like you've never worked before and have passion like you've never had before and put the pitch on people like you've never pitched before, but in a good way. Don't pitch to where you drive people away from you. Pitch to where you pull people towards you. There's a difference. You guys follow what I'm saying? There's a difference when you get in full pitch mode and people know that you're just like pitching them because you sound like every other person that's pitched them on something. You got to be able to draw them towards you. And you can do that. It's an art. You know, there's books out there, How to Win Friends and Influence People. You know, the best thing I've been able to find is if you ask questions, man, I'm telling you, it's like, I use this phrase quite a bit, you know, but it's like leading the witness. You ask questions, boom, now you know where to go. Ask questions and then listen. Ask them questions because all of your answers are 4, 5, 6 questions deep. Thank you, Alcy. Think and Grow Rich. But all your answers in your conversations with people are 4, 5, 6 questions deep. It's easy to tell people what to do. It's easy to share with people what they need to do, what we need to do together to build your business, to get you off to a fast start, what we need to do, we, me, and you. It's easy to share with people that, right? And counsel people, because that's what you're doing. You're counseling them like a business counsel, okay? It's easy to do that is if you ask enough questions and start finding out the things that are important to these people. Find out their wants and needs, all the way to family and children and vacations and the little subtle things that people, and they'll open up to you and they'll start telling you these things. And once they start telling you them things, you're making mental notes, or if you're on the phone or FaceTime, you're making physical notes, which I recommend, because then 10 minutes later, you can go back and you say, now listen, Sherry, a few minutes ago, you told me this and you told me this and you told me that. Now, if you're not on FaceTime and you're on the phone, they think that you're freaking awesome because you were listening and paying attention and got a great memory. But what you did, you jotted it all down, and then you went back up. That's what I did with Bob. That's what I do with every new person. I don't rely on my lame memory. 10 minutes later, we're on to 7 other subjects, and I forgot what they said 10 minutes ago unless I write it down. 3 children. What are their ages? What are their names? Oh, isn't that something? Where are you from? Is that where you're originally from? Oh, my goodness. Really? That's a follow-up question of where you're from. You guys understand where I'm coming from? Hey, where are you from? I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. Oh, is that so? Is that where you're originally from? No, I'm actually from Louisiana. Is that a fact? I've got a lot of my group out there in Louisiana. Where from in Louisiana? I'm from Minden, Louisiana. You got to be kidding me. Really? And then I can develop relationship points. So every question has a follow-up question. How old are your kids? What are their names? It just so happens they might be the same age as your kid. And now there's a point of reference that you can, now they're feeling good about you because y'all are bonding that y'all's kids are both 8 years old and you got daughters the same age and whatever. You guys understand where I'm coming from? These are all communication things that you can do with your people to get people liking you and to get them to loosen up so then you can go in for the, call it whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Brandon. So you can go in for the kill and get down to what you really want to get down to, getting them wanting to do what you want them to do, get them understanding that this is in your best interest. And let me tell you something, 72 days away from now, 70 days away from now, 68 days away from now, 62 days away from now, 14 days away from now, we got the biggest event, the Super Bowl of company history. All the doctors, anybody who's anybody in the company is going to be there, and it's in Houston, and you can get a Southwest flight for $225. Or you can drive there because it's only 3 hours, or whatever. And my entire group is going. And everybody that's anybody in my group, anybody that's serious about the business is going to be at this event. Now, after I just said all this, anybody who's even remotely serious about their future and about building this business is going to be at this event. Would you like to go? Would you like to go with me? Would you like to be at this event too? To get the training, knowledge, education, inspiration, vision, clarity, certainty, get the belief, be in a stadium with 40,000 people at the NRG football stadium. Would you like to be there? The greatest show on earth. Would you like to be there with me? Everybody who's anybody's going to be there. Now, do they want to be a part of that now? If they don't want to be a part of that, then they're dead inside, like in their brain. Because you just led the witness. Anybody who's anybody who's even remotely serious about building their business is going to be there. Do you want to be there? Well, I'm not sure. Well, hold on a minute, Susie. A few minutes ago, you told me that you want to make $5,000 a month and you're really serious about doing that and you hate your job and you want to be a work from home mom and whatever. What changed in the last 5 minutes? A minute ago, you were serious, but now you're not sure if you're serious. I'm just asking, right? And by the way, Mark Hughes, put this in your notes, y'all. Please get this. Please get this. Always give people a back door. Don't pin them up against the wall because they might not know you yet. And by the way, don't have these conversations, these deep conversations on text. Because if you ever want somebody to misunderstand what you're trying to say, text them. Message them, especially when you're getting into conversations where you're asking 3, 4, 5 questions deep. You guys feel me? So these are a few things in the next 72 days. And I recommend that, I recommend several things, but number one, go back and re-listen to this first 30 minutes and make sure that you got some of these notes down. Because I'm telling you, that could be the difference in your next president's team member coming to the extravaganza if you guys really digest and metabolize this philosophy. Digest and metabolize some of the language and make that language part of you. You guys got me? I mean, every single person, training, knowledge, education, inspiration, clarity, certainty. You're going to get all that. Now, if you don't go, you're going to get none of that. What do you want? Choose. You want none of that or you want all that? Oh, you want all that? Okay, I thought you were the right person. I had a good feeling about you. And then recognize them for that. Make them feel good. Stroke them a little bit. Pet them like a dog. You got to do that with human beings. You guys got me? That's what you do. And so you see how you can use a lot of this stuff. And by the way, none of this stuff is trickery. That's why I'm saying make this a part of you. Because it's got to be real and genuine and authentic. They got to know that you care. You know that old phrase, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So it's got to be in a caring way. That's why I said you got to make this part of you. Get the language, get the verbiage, get the philosophy down. But if you don't get the verbiage down, if you don't tell people training, knowledge, education, inspiration, clarity, certainty, vision about the future, you're going to get all that and a lot more. And you're going to get the big show, the greatest show on earth. And everybody who's anybody is going to be there. You want to be a part of that? Or do you want to be part of all the deadbeats that aren't going? Don't say that. That's just for y'all. That's just for this group. That's just to make you laugh. Don't ever say that. You understand? But they'll get the message because they want to be a part of this group. Okay? Because you insinuated that. Okay? All right. Questions, interaction.
Yeah, really quick. And I'm going to be really quick. I have two things to say. I want you guys to really write this down. I don't know if you have a pen close, but like I want to see the pen. And Glenn said what I was about to say. People don't care. And I think Mr. O'Neill said it. Somebody else said it. People don't care how much you know until they know you care. That leads into when you're talking to these people, be interested versus interesting. And that goes with him saying, ask 6 questions deep. Don't be so quick to tell them the price and don't be so quick to tell them about the marketing plan. Be interested. Because when you're interested, you become interesting. And then they want to know what you're doing. And after you ask these questions, eventually they're going to tell you, okay, tell me about this Herbalife stuff. Tell me about this business stuff. Tell me about these shakes when you asking them. And so now I want to go somewhere else with this because every time I get on this call and I get to think about extravaganza, I get stupid excited.
Right.
And so Glenn just said what stood out to me that him and Miss Monica, 1999, haven't made under $10,000 a month. 1999, $10,000 a month, 12 months, that's at least $120,000 a year since 1999. I don't know if that registered to you, but I guarantee you it registered to me. And your boss, your CEO, your manager, he's not going to hold weekly calls to tell you how to make $10,000 a month. He hold them every week. We on here every week because you're serious about it. And that's why you're on here. And some of you got the extravaganza ticket because you're serious about making that $10,000. But guess what? It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be very hard. But the promise is worth the price. You got to lose some weight. You got to lift the weights. You got to run miles. And I want to tell you this, and I'm done. And I just want to implore your mind right quick. I want to stroke it. Write it down. If you 72 days left, if you use social media to build your business because you're on social media anyway, you can't lie to me. You're on social media at least once or twice a day. If you use social media to reach out to people, let's say 100 people a day, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Bebo, MySpace, Black Planet, I don't know what you got. But if you use all these social medias, reach out to 100 people a day for 72 days, plus talk to 10 people while you at work, at the store, talk to 10 people in person, face-to-face. That's 7,920 people you talk to in 72 days. You don't think at least 100 of them going to say yes? You don't think at least 20 of them gonna say yes? I know you can do it. A lot of you will tell me, I can do that. Are you willing to do it? Are you going to do it? Without a doubt, with faith, with passion, with the right verbiage, without giving up when you get 7,906 no's. And then the last one's all yeses, and they all go to the extravaganza. And then at the end of the year, you're making $10,000, and then you can do your own call with your own people, and then you talking like Glenn talking. But guess what? It ain't gonna be easy. I heard a story last extravaganza. They grabbed it was some guys grabbed their friend on the way to St. Louis. He signed up and purchased his ticket. I seen him at the LDW. He's active world team. Think about that.
No.
Like they grabbed him, you coming, sign up on the way, buy your ticket on the way. I'm sure I don't know what happened, but anyway, he's active world team now. And guess what? I'm gonna tell you one more thing and I'm gone. Life happens. Life happens. Guess what? Your clients, your distributors, your customers, they don't care about what happened in your life. When you're talking to these people, all they care about is how are you going to help them solve their problem. So when you have your problem, you got to throw that away real fast. You have to stay focused because guess what? If you talk to people, if you don't talk to people, that life's still going to happen. Like my mama still had a brain aneurysm, whether I talk to people about Herbalife or not. I went to California and I came back. My car was repoed, whether I talked to people or not. It still happened. That's life. I came back on 2 feet. That's all I had. Life happens anyway. So you going to cry about it or you going to work hard to change it? You're going to talk to people to change it. You're going to lose the weight to change your situation. Because guess what? Whether you drink the shake or not, especially if you don't drink it, you still going to be the same size. Exactly. You're still not going to have energy. You're still not going to have that money that you need in your bank account. So why not? Without a doubt, with passion, with force, with integrity, why not? You following me?
Yes.
72 days. Who will you become? What are you going to do? Without a doubt, with passion, with integrity, with fire, with desire. Because get what? Glenn going, Mr. O'Neal going, I'm going, Brandon going, Earl going, with people. Morgan going, with people. Karen going, with people. What about you? You can watch it happen or you can make it happen. You got to decide. What are you going to do? Not your sponsor, not Glenn, not the person beside you. What are you going to do when you look in the mirror and you look at yourself and you be like, what are you going to do to change your situation in 6 months? Because whether you talk to the people or not, your rent still past due. Whether you talk to people or not, you still need new running shoes. Whether you talk to people or not, you need a haircut. Whether you talk to people or not, you got to drink the shakes. You got to eat food. Like, you got to do it anyway. Life happens. Quit whining, quit complaining, quit why me, all that. Listen to Jim Rohn, get your mind right, blinders on, 72 days. Who are you going to become? That's all I want to hear. Not saying I don't care about your problems. Let me click my Glenn on because I care. You know I care. But when you give me an issue, I want to know how you're going to solve it. Right? Because if I talk to Mr. O'Neal, because stuff happened to me, and I'm going to talk to him and I'm going to tell him the solution at the same time, he's going to be like, you already got it. I don't know why you text me anyway. But what are you going to do to change it? Without a doubt, with passion, with integrity, with fire, with desire, with vision. That's all I got for you. Let's get it. 72 days.
Everybody give it up, give it up, give it up. Wow.
That's all you got? That's all you got? Love
that.
That's all you got?
Love that. Hey, listen.
Great job,
listen, guys. Y'all pay attention for a minute. This is a good example of what Alcee just talked about do you see how powerful that is with him talking and you hear his voice versus trying to say that stuff on text? I'm going to just share this with you. I'm going to just say it like I'm going to say it. Don't you be trying to coach people and work through a bunch of issues and problems on text and message. You got to be able to have the heart behind what you're saying and the voice inflection and you cannot do that on a text or a message, what Alcee just did. So you got to, yes, use text and message and social media and all this other stuff as a means to finally get people in your business, and then invest life into life. Invest your life into their life. And if they need you for the first couple of months, what Alcee just said, put your stuff aside, put your ego aside, put any of that stuff aside, and of course, match them effort for effort. That's the game we play. You can't do everything for them, but be there for them. Try to be there for them, So I just wanted to say that. There's certain things that can be said on text, and there's certain things that can't be said on text. Coaching and getting all into what Alcee just talked about type stuff, man, that needs to be done via voice, either live or on the phone or something, okay? So that's a big deal of what he just talked about. So here, y'all write this down. We need to have this as a goal as a team, because there's a lot of people that aren't on this call that are in Bob's group because they got their own stuff going on and stuff, and they're independent. That's fantastic. That's what we want, okay? But y'all can inspire them the same way they can inspire you. Last night I was showing Earl a text that Bob sent to me, because Earl, the gist of the conversation between me and Earl was a few people from the past, they're still hanging around the flagpole and they might come back, sort of thing, because they had some things happen to them and they might come back. And then I said, oh my goodness, 4 people in Bob's group are coming back. 4. And I started sharing the stories with him. And then I said, just yesterday, Bob sent me this message, and then I let him read it. And he was going, oh my God, you got to be kidding. So people do come back if they see what's going on and they get the FOMO, the fear of missing out. They don't want to miss out, okay? So y'all can inspire that group. So here's where I'm leading. On this Telegram group, listen, we need to inspire everybody to get more tickets, to get more tickets, to get more people. Because I guarantee you, there's already people in the organization that are going, right? Not even like they didn't sign up yesterday, but maybe they signed up 6 months ago. They're going to Extravaganza, but they haven't got their ticket yet, and they're not in the Telegram group. You guys feel me? So we got to work on those people first and get it signed and sealed. Come on, we need you in the group. And by the way, here's a little secret. Y'all want to know a secret? Who wants to know a secret? Raise your hand. You know what one of the little hidden, subtle specialties about this Telegram group is? That's leverage for you to be able to get them to commit to a ticket, to get in that elite, special, private group. You want to be part of the champions? You want to be part of the elite, private group, the people that are on the move? You don't want to miss a thing in the next 72 days? Or you want to be out there flailing around all on your own? No, you don't. Get your ticket. Let's go. Get in the group. You're missing out. You got to be seeing. I mean, come on. Y'all got to be seeing what Alcee's saying. You got to be seeing what I'm saying. You got to be seeing what all the other stories are saying of why they got. Do you have any idea who that might inspire, guys? When Celeste the other day wrote her story, I mean, that's going to inspire the next new person. And then it's going to make them feel good about their decision. And then it's going to get them fired up about getting people to the Extravaganza. Guys, do not miss this. It's simple, it's subtle, but powerful. Use the Telegram, this special group, as your leverage to get their tickets done. Because the second they get their ticket, guess what? Wheels are in motion now. Now they're part of the group. As long as they're checking the group, being informed. Now they're getting, you know, they're kind of catching all the excitement, all the vibes and stuff like that. And guess what? They could end up having 5, 6, 7 people under them at the extravaganza. But if they sit here and mess around for another 45 days or 60 days, 2 months, they might go to the extravaganza, but the chances are slim to none that they're bringing anybody. You guys got me? So this is called network marketing. Write it down. Network. Net means build a net that covers, a net, all encompassing, a net, okay? And then work means you got to work to build the net, network marketing. So every person that you have coming to the extravaganza, in your mind, this is you, because you're a leader, you're on tonight's call, or you're listening to it later, okay? But you need to know and feel that that person coming to the extravaganza is not good enough. Let me be clear. Don't tell them that. This is you in your mind, because you understand this is network marketing. You want to build a net. You want to work to build a net under them, because they can have 5 people at that extravaganza. The extravaganza is not in California. It's not 10 hours away. For most of y'all that are on here, it's within driving distance. For most of y'all, except Sam. Okay? So, and it doesn't matter if you got to fly, by the way. But the point is, it's an easy to get to location this year. And what they're saying on the Prez Team chat, like the company is saying this. They're saying this is the one. This is the one. It's going to be massive. The stage is going to be massive. It's going to be a show. And I'm going to tell you one thing right now. Y'all listen. If you're listening, raise your hand. If you're paying attention, raise your hand. I'm going to tell you one thing. No matter how hard you work and how focused you are in the next 72 days, when the lights go down on Friday night and the music is rumbling and the crowd is going crazy and the lights and the lasers and everything else are going crazy, no matter how many people that you have there and no matter how many midnight hours that you worked, all the way up to the last minute on the last day getting people to the extravaganza, you're still going to have a sick feeling down in your stomach that you didn't do a little bit more. Make a few more calls. Have a little more vision out of those 72 days. You guys follow me? It's going to be massive. It's going to have a massive impact on you. It's going to have a massive impact on your people. It's going to have a massive impact on your income and your future. So since all that's true, then what we need to do is what Alcee just said. Who you going to be the next 72 days? You guys follow me? And by the way, go back and listen to this again. Repetition is the mother of all learning. Repetition is the mother of all skill. Just because you were on here right now doesn't mean that you got it. Guess what? You'll go listen to it again and you go, geez, I don't remember them saying that. Right? Because there's a lot. Your brain can only absorb so much. Go back. Repetition. Because tonight's call was powerful. You guys get this stuff, I'm telling you, in the next 72 days, it's your ticket. It's your ticket to the promised land. Everything that you've always dreamed of is waiting for you. And you can build that foundation this year, okay, in 2018. You build that foundation in the next 72 days to extravaganza. And trust me, after extravaganza, everything else is going to take care of itself as long as you do your job in the next 72 days. But what you're really building is for long-term wealth, because you're building this year to set up your dreams in 2019, to have the most phenomenal year in 2019. 2019 will be phenomenal as a result of the next 72 days. Get that in your notes. 2019 will be phenomenal for you, for your income, for your dreams, for everything that you've always wanted as a direct result of the next 72 days. You guys understand that? If you understand that, nod your head. Very good. Okay, now listen, we can't get off the call before we do the little rally for Morgan. And we need to have a deadline. Oh, by the way, before we do Morgan, because I was heading somewhere with this Telegram earlier. We need to have 50 people on that Telegram ASAP. I can't remember how many we had. I think this morning it was 30 something, 33 or 34.
32.
How many, Brandon? 34? 33?
33.
This morning. So a few people are adding, they're getting added. I know Get team members that still aren't added. There's millionaire team members in the group that still aren't added. You guys feel me? So I'm saying people need to be, come on, let's blow the whistle here on this. And so, by the way, even y'all can post on NCL. Post on NCL. Get people and tag people. Tag the leadership. Get team and whatever. Get your people on this Telegram group. Let's blow this thing up. But we need to get to 50 ASAP. We need to be at 50 in the next 7 to 10 days. Not by the end of the month, 7 to 10 days. Write it down. That's easy. It's only 17 more people. If we just get all the people that are going anyway, thank you. Get on NCL and blow that damn whistle. Thank you. You get on there live and you tell everybody this is the whistle. Thank you. This is the 24 whistle, and call them out. Because I put the message out the other day. World team, active world team, get team, millionaire team, tab team. If you ain't got your ticket and you ain't in this group, then snap out of it. And Alcy, I need you to get on to blow the whistle and say that. You follow me? Because if just those people do it, because guess what? They're messing with your livelihood. You guys understand that? They are messing with your livelihood. Okay? So we get 50, and then the next goal is going to be 100 by next month. And I need all of y'all to get on that train. I need all of y'all to be on that bandwagon. You understand? 50 in 7 to 10 days. Alcy, you say the same thing on when you blow the whistle on NCL on your live video. And then next month, 100. Okay? And then guess what? Then we'll have huge momentum going into July, and we can walk in with 150, 200. You guys follow me? Okay? So let's do that. Now let's blow the whistle for Morgan. Morgan, what's the deadline on your third cut? What's our deadline on our third cut? Our little you know what I'm trying to say.
Well, every day I've been writing in my gratitude journal that the deadline is going to be on the 22nd of this month.
26th?
22nd.
Oh, 22nd. Fantastic. Okay, who's down with that? Who's in Morgan's group? Who's down with that?
Let's go.
Let's do that for the story. Let's do that for the story. Let's get it over with and do it for the story. You guys,
I got you, Morgan.
The quicker that you get her there, the quicker the door opens up for you, then we start working on yours. Don't y'all want to have a line of a bunch of Get Team members?
Let's go.
Yes. Sam, don't you want to be Get Team?
Let's go.
Sam, don't you want to be our
I want to be Global Expansion Team. That sounds better. Let's go.
Absolutely. Terrence, don't you want to be a Global Expansion Team member? Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
You're too sexy. You gotta be on the Global.
Oh, that shirt, boy.
The Global Expansion Team needs more sexiness. Come on, Terrence.
I'm ready to bring it to him.
Come on. But we got to get Morgan out of the way first. And then after we get Morgan, her third cut, by the 22nd, you guys really stand for that. So essentially, y'all have a week to get it done. Then we're going to start working on Get Team 2500. Well, she's already working on that. But let's get this out of the way. Then we'll go because Get Team 2500, it's there. Because then we'll work on everybody else's Get Team cuts. And as a result of them moving up to Get Team, automatically you're going to get Team 2500. You'll be knocking on the door of Millionaire Team before the extravaganza. That's what's up, Morgan.
Blow the whistle.
Morgan, you're going to need to get your own whistle to blow back in.
Right.
Dude, we all need whistles so we can all blow them.
We do.
I got mine, but I ain't blowing.
Anyway, so we're 1 hour on the call. That's what I wanted to say. That is the message. Telegram group, let's blow it up. Alcy, I want to see a message on NCL tonight. Make it strong, make it powerful, blow the whistle. And y'all keep
Use
posting
that whistle.
on the Telegram group as well. Don't just leave it up to Alcy to post on there every day. Y'all post some messages on there. It could be a little 2 or 3 or 4
Alcy's
5 liner just to keep that thing popping. You guys got me?
Got it.
All right, guys. We love y'all. Thank y'all for being on tonight.
We love you guys, man.
Peace.
Love you guys.
All right,
Good night,
now, y'all have a
everybody.
great night.
Peace.